Hello and welcome back to Stellaris with the Stargate Universe mods. We are playing as the Asurans. We got ourselves a little setup last episode. We're just started right now. We've not met anyone yet, but we'll have to see who we come across first. So let's just double check. Okay, so that's been researched. Yeah, we're leaving that. Right, okay, pause, let's speed up. What are we looking on tech? For ship hull, research speed, yep. Haven't had any threats yet, so we've not really done much as far as the ship's concerned, but I would hopefully like to see that moving along. Construction ship, yep, let's grab that please. Price roll, not too bad. About halfway we can afford to grab a few more. 40 years and 3 days, a closer scan of the debris field around Terrestrial 3 Alpha has led to the discovery of an airtight capsule containing an atomic clock that measures time with unparalleled precision. It has a frequency uncertainty so low that it will be another 879 million before it gains a single second, and is counting down to a date 42 years and 3 days away. The capsule holds no clues as to what the date signifies or who the owners are, but it seems as though someone out there has lost track of the time. Keep an eye on it. Yeah, that's quite a nice little system there.
Anomalous surface variable detected.
Whether a vessel of some kind has crashed into the surface of this asteroid. Wreckage from the craft can still be found with the impact within the impact crater. Research that. Over here is looking pretty good. I need 3 to catch this. That arid world is not too bad, but Asurans civilization encounters. We detect the presence of a primitive alien civilization on Terrestrial 2 in the Terrestrial system. They appear to be in the later stages of a Bronze Age, having mastered early metalworking. Although most of their population is rural, several large city-states have formed. We should consider building an observation post there above their world to study them more closely. Interesting. Please capture that. I'll plug the gas at some point. Technology, 5% research coming. After identifying an anomaly on the gravity well of V41312, the ISS Voyager has discovered the shattered wreckage of an ancient ore super freighter buried deep within the asteroid's crust. It must have carried a full load when it crashed, and the asteroid's mineral wealth has been revised accordingly. Going webs of unknown origin periodically illuminate the surface of Fairyland 2. Where is... Oh, over that, yep, research that. That's a nice little chunk of minerals as well. Right, go at you, build that mining station, build that research station. The surface of SPOK-14 sits what appears to be a large machine of unknown origin and purpose. Yep, researched that. And go and look that up. Alright, pause, let's go. 1 more month on that. There we go. Let's get the research station output. Life Electric. Science Officer Unit R7 reports that Fairyland 2 is covered from pole to pole in a web-like network of electrical filaments. These networks respond to external stimuli. The ISS experimented with sending a low-voltage pulse to the surface, which resulted in a wave of illumination that rippled through the network like a circuit board. Even more remarkably, the webs rearranged themselves as second low voltage pulse revealed that the filaments had been organised into a new pattern, centred around where the previous pulse had contacted the surface of Ferrolan 2. Unit R7 concludes that this discovery confirms their long-held theory that life can exist as almost purely electrical impulses, independent of cellular or viral structure. Fascinating. It's over here. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know whether it's worth creating an extra construction ship to go and grab some stuff. Alien machine. Further scans suggest the machine is still operational, although its purpose remains entirely unclear. Science Officer Unit F4 has never seen anything like it. Some of its materials look familiar, but most are strange and utterly alien as the design of its components. The machine has what appears to be a console, with one item in particular standing out, a large crooked lever of unknown material. I mean, pull the lever. Oh. As scientists pulled the lever, the machine emitted a huge blast of energy that multiplied in shockwaves, twisting and rippling through the void, tearing open a wormhole in P2A509. After the residuous energy diffused, the wormhole and the immediate area around it settled and now appear to be stable enough for safe passage. As for what awaits us on the other side, our scientists are not sure. The machine itself has since returned to its inactive state and no longer gives off an enormous... Where's this at? Yeah, I know where that is, but because I would quite like that's 7 research, but I think if it's up here, then I don't really want it. Research machine, where's it at? Yep, of course it is. That's a nice thing that we can grab in a second. Right, what else do we need? We're running low on energy. Not that low, but
System survey complete.
we need immunities here. Oh yeah, 36 and the next one's 40.
System survey complete.
We really could do, oh yeah. Okay, more amenities. Oh, there you go, no. Come back over there and survey that. It's like you've missed out this whole chunk here as well. Yeah, like you were here and you've gone there before this. How does that make sense? Alright, technology, anything else nearby? Reinforced ship hull is almost there.
System survey complete.
Good, no, leave that be, that's too hard. Are you going? Yes, you're going there, at least.
System survey complete.
Ship designer, we've not really heard anything to no. Whoa, that's quite a few planets. There's the wormhole. Oh good, yep, you've jumped here. I mean, this game has always been like really nice to look at, and they have improved it a lot since then, and it's now really good looking. Efforts to map the surface of this moon have identified a strange mountain formation in the southern hemisphere. It does not appear to have formed naturally. Ooh. Let's have a look at that. We've got the hull components. Yeah, station output upgrade. It's cheap. Shouldn't take too long. 27. I said shouldn't take too long. It's 27 months. Construction ship. Leave that be for now. Yeah, let's go grab that. And yeah, I think we will build a second construction ship.
Technological acquisition successful.
Food from farmers we don't need. Trade value would be nice. Admin capacity would be nice. Let's go for trade value first. All 37. Getting there. Was previously thought to be assaulted mountains in the southern hemisphere has been identified as the massive skeletal remains of a single colossal alien life form. The bones have been dated as 3.4 billion years old, but our scientists have ruled out could have supported life on that scale at any point in the moon's history. That's obviously Unit 4 has prepared a special research project to delve further into this mystery. Yeah, you might as well research that right there. Right, construction ship. Regional energy reading 70 from this planet. Nope. Yep, go on. Research that. Grab me that. Then we'll cut off this area.
System survey complete.
Science of those found an anomaly will require extensive probing, but would garner a substantial find. Yeah, go on research. Yeah, we just want to go and fill in the gaps on the left hand side. Bunker bot. We've traced the unusual electromagnetic radiation emanating from Holdersby to a secret subterranean bunker hiding a mega computer the size of a battleship. Our researchers suspect that it may have been there for several thousand years. Hard at work solving a single very complex problem in nature, which still eludes us. When the crew attempted to interact with the computer, they discovered that the facility, which had appeared both abandoned and unguarded, was in fact operated by a security AI, highest purpose of which seems to be frying its visitors alive. As the crew feed, the AI broadcast a message to an unknown recipient. Yeah, just use it to boost our own research. Taking the incident of the massive skeletal remains found on PTX 6391 Beta, Science Officer Unit F4 has concluded that the creature served as some kind of organic starship. Much smaller bones from at least 3 separate species were found within the larger skeleton, and we assume this came from members of the crew. I mean, in Stargate, kind of sounding a bit like Wraith. Living ships. For unknown reasons, the organic starship suffered catastrophic damage and crash-landed. While we cannot begin to understand the biological engineering necessary to grow a starship like this, the study of these bones alone has substantially advanced our knowledge. Oh, that is... This little cluster here for research is... Having probed the frozen landscapes of the planet, we think we have struck something big. Material like any other bonds with other individuals to form a large blanket state of durable yet light and also act like solar cells that absorb solar energy with a surprisingly low efficiency loss percentage. Most likely a result of evolution favouring those who could gather more heat in the harsh climate our researchers back home could surely find. Yeah, I want energy production. Lifestones comes from somewhere beneath the barren life stuff. There's the moon. Yep, get that. Our energy development researchers have made progress with the samples we sent. We have been able to develop a new type of solar cell using the organisms as a template. These are much more efficient at storing energy and will provide a boost to our power plants. Marvellous. Extra energy, which is really important for us as robots. Yeah, go and grab that. Build my stations. And research station output. Right, let's not put that in the way. Let's get the fusion reactors, cheapest, and its shipping improvements. Some kind of burrowing silicon-based life form inhabits a vast networks of tunnels beneath the barren surface of Hordus 5 Alpha. As best as we can tell, the creatures feed off rocks, and there is evidence to suggest that they possess a rudimentary form of intelligence. Their tunneling efforts have suffered large amounts of valuable minerals to the surface. Intriguing. Which one's Hordus? This one. Yeah, I mean, just look at this bit up here. It's so good. And we are full on minerals. Let's get that. Yeah, let's buy ourselves a bit of that. What's my inspiration, please? Yep, good. There you go. Alright. Sounding news from the ISS Voyager. Deep scans have revealed an unexpectedly large solid core, P2X6392, to be covered with the compressed remains of a sprawling medical complex, millions of years old. Though the intense mantle pressure of the gas giant severely limits the amount of data we can extract from the core's surface, science officer reports that the hidden structures match beyond a doubt the technology used in the enigmatic L-gates. I've not seen this one before. That's good. The crew hypothesizes that the planet was a planetary medical facility created by the gate builders millennia ago. At some point, the complex was abandoned. Its automated gas replicators ran unchecked for untold centuries, gradually converting the planet into a gas giant. Incredible. Where is... Over here again.
Anomalous surface variable detected.
Yeah, research that. That's easy. Is that you? Yep.
Construction complete.
And can you put that again? Ooh, a micro singularity there. That's glad I didn't read that. Sorry, guys. We'll take that extra physics research. It's always good. I just want to get out of here, especially now 2 gas, 3 engineering. That is research outputs done. I kind of want to get metal armor, which reminds me, we do need to upgrade the ships, but that extra boost again. Archaeological site. Yes, and that's going to be in our area, so we can actually do that one. I should sign it.
Construction complete. System
There we go. Yep, get those. See, you guys upgraded. Yep, now you can move on. Thank you. Construction ship. Look those up.
ship augmentations completed.
I didn't see what it was before, so.
System survey complete.
Ooh. The extra moats would be nice. Right, let's grab that. While we wait. Yeah, get rid of those. I do want to. Orbital shipyard, yeah, get that. Let's research that, please. Question is, do we want to think about getting another colony? This tundra world over here, 19, is pretty interesting. This continental one at 21 is even more interesting though. It's got its Stargate. You've also got a Stargate, as have you. The other one, not so much. Tempted to go for that 21. And we just pour like everything into generators or something.
Construction complete.
While conducting a survey of Edelimar 1, the ISIS analyst detected the remains of an automated shipyard in orbit. It is at least 1,000 years old and seems to have been subjected to a heavy missile barrage. But one of its manufacturing arrays is still in working condition. It's kind of how can be restored. Yeah, let's go for it. Yeah, you.
Construction complete.
Oh, it's a construction ship.
Technological acquisition.
Well, luckily we're going to send you there soon anyway. Trade value has increased. Let's go to opening capacity. Still got some searching to do. Need to build that while we're waiting. That's right. So we're gonna grab all of these. Grab everything around here, including these two little things and that one. Oh. Let's research those, please. If we can keep moving. Have they come through the wormhole?
Construction complete.
Oh, it's just a crystalline entity. Yeah, things like this. This is so cool now, like having these little... Big fan of that.
System survey complete.
120 minerals. I think it's mostly because we're not using it for consumer goods on this one, it's just all alloys and
Construction complete.
that's it. Mining station, or research station. Come on, one more.
System survey.
Construction should get done. Build the starbase first and then we'll research. These rhythms like breeze, most appears to originate from starships. Let's research that. Crystalline study. 34 months. Do we want to do it though? Just yeah, I think we'll maybe wait for a while. The asteroid was evidently used as a junkyard by someone at some point in the distant past. All manner of discarded machinery and metallic refuse has been deposited inside the asteroid's weak gravity well. Being slowly poured into the jumble of debris and now covered at the surface, there's nothing of particular value to be found here, but a lot of metal could be a salvage from the mining station. Okay, you can grab. Yes.
Technological acquisition successful.
What tech have we got now? Q. Let's get the engineering research. Fusion reactors are nearly done.
Anomalous surface variable detected.
Small, otherwise unseen removed. It's routine. Let's get out. Yeah, get that. One pause.
Construction complete.
Thank you.
System survey complete.
Research projects. So we've got the fusion reactor. Mark II macula generator. Yes, please. 900. Is that it? Really? I think. Yes, hit that. No. There's power generation goes in there. No. One of many moons circling Amber 3 has a terminal orbit. It will soon collide with the gas giant in what is sure to become a massive impact event. This event has been millions of years in the making, and it's a startling coincidence that the impact has been fated to occur just after a visit by one of our ships. Many of our scientists wish to observe and record the event, but we only have a narrow window before it's too late. Fascinating. You too. Research the project first.
System survey complete.
Should be still not gonna fit alien signal. Yeah, go and grab that, please. That's that. Build that.
Special project complete.
A successful project at the automated shipyard. Oh yeah, unfortunately the ancient facility breakdown completely afterwards. What do we got? Got some ships. You guys upgrade. What do you guys look like? Medium advanced shields, anti-mech missiles, X-ray, lasers, some point defense. I mean, it'd be cool if there was like some mechanics so you could like reverse engineer this stuff. Mummified pilot. The mummified remains of a single individual belonging to a previously unknown species being dressed in what appears to be a flight suit, complete with a helmet, and maybe a fighter pilot that ejected in some ancient battle and to be forgotten left behind. Our study of the cause provided some interesting data. Tragic fate.
System survey complete.
Oops. Theta aliens. Yep, research those, please.
Special project complete.
Successful attempt to record the collision between Armageddon and its moon. Event was captured from several different angles and transmitted live throughout our space. Most importantly, our sensors of the leadership CH were able to record a large amount of valuable physics data that will surely benefit the research. Brilliant, thank you. C8, you're great.
Anomalous surface variable.
Technology, we'll look at 2 months on that. 2 months. Yeah, research that. Doing survey of Rixacar's Mall. I just examine now. Oh no, it's done. There we go. Discovered a previously unknown strategic resource dubbed dark matter. This exotic substance has many properties that seemingly defy several natural laws. It could potentially revolutionise the sciences. Okay, grab that. Go. Looks like there's a mining station.
Construction complete.
Oh,
Technological acquisition successful.
that looks like some. Grab that one. That looks made by some form of race. I'm not too sure what, but it looks like we will be meeting another race.
A foreign entity has encrypted our communication.
So translating their language with established communication with the Lutheran Imperial Planet States. No idea. Now, this is where we get into another recording of this series and find out that none of these are going to be actual Stargate races, which I thought I had set them all to be, but we will have to wait and see. As the ice voyager passed through the asteroid belt on its way to no one ever blah, blah, blah. The ship experienced a number of sudden gravitational shifts. Ever curious, Unit F4 dispatched a number of probes to scan the debris field to discern the cause. Turns out that the culprit is a number of gravity generators of old alien makes, buttering on dying energy sources, and with their polarities inverted, they occasionally spew reverse gravity into the void. They're not with enough force to cause any serious harm anymore. The rest of the generators have provided artificial gravity for a large asteroid in the belt, but some malfunction eventually. A disturbing thought. Right, construction ship. Grab that. Oh. Not been paying attention, and that's Unity. Urban capacity. Amenities as well on that one, yeah. Throw in storage, please. Oh, we have 5 amenities now. Oh, is that because people are now actually working in things that create amenities? You've got quite a few planets already on you. engineering research. Okay, so we can get gas extraction. Pop assembly speed would be nice, but I'm gonna go for the destroyer because I want another ship. I want different ships. Which is probably a really stupid thing, but there we go. Let's set right, you're all done over here. Let's hook that up and that up. That'll be your job. So now then we can go and fill in all the little bits. You actually, what we're going to do is we're going to send you to excavate that, and then you're going to connect all these up, and then we'll get all the resources and such from then, and we'll do all that in the next episode. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below if I'm doing wrong, and if anyone has any tips on whether I should be so worried about Empire Sprawl, because I always seem to be, please do let me know, because I look at these guys with their 4 planets and think, oh, they must be way over there in Empire Sprawl, like, and I don't know if that's as much of a problem, so please let me know. Thank you very much, and I'll see you again soon.